50 Movies in 50 Weeks. I'm your host, Joey Hollywood, and I'm joined by Mark Anthony, who is super ornery right now. And this is the final movie of our 50 movie binge of this box set from Mill Creek. Wow, it has been quite a binge this year. It's kind of funny. I won't go into this too much. We'll hop into the review fairly soon. But despite the fact that I feel like we've had better movies to watch this year, I kind of feel that the movies we've covered the previous 2 years, I could talk about them more. Because even the movies I liked, I couldn't be more articulate, especially off the cuff. Yeah, here, he's showing you my cuff. Because, like, a lot of them I'm like, oh, I like this movie. Oh, I didn't really like this movie. And the reasons why I didn't like it are not something I can really talk about a whole lot. It's like, I didn't like it for this reason, and I couldn't really, elaborate further on it. Be like, I didn't like it because it was boring. They talked too much and stuff like that. Or I did love it because it's a classic. It's got great atmosphere, and yada yada. And it's funny because I remember the previous 2 years I had more to say on a lot of these movies. And unfortunately, despite the fact that we had 3 really great classics leading up to this final movie, like we had House on Haunted Hill, The Last Man on Earth, and Dementia 13. All great, fun B movies from the 50s and the 60s. But unfortunately, the last movie on this box set was not as fun for me. The movie I watched today was called The Phantom from 10,000 Leagues, from the year 1956. So I was really looking forward to this one. I thought this was a different movie going into it. This movie is sort of a Creature from the Black Lagoon type ripoff. I'm not really sure if ripoff is the best way to describe this movie, actually. It's got a creature in it that I think is a pretty decent design, but you hardly ever see it. I think it probably gets, at the very most, 2 minutes of screen time. And this is not a very short movie, at least not a short movie in terms of like what's on this box set. Like a short movie would be like literally 1 hour. I believe this was like an hour and 20, maybe an hour and 30, which I love 90-minute movies, but this movie did not utilize its time in a way that I feel like was really effective. It is a talking heads movie. It's just people talking about what they're going to do in the next scene, talking about what they did in the previous scene. There's espionage and attempted murder, and you think that would be exciting, but it's just not. There's the mystery is not super compelling, unfortunately. You pretty much get it. The moment they say oh, this might be what's going on, and you're like, yeah, that's probably what's going on. And then they spend the next 30 minutes trying to figure out if that's what was really going on, and it's like, yeah, it's kind of obvious that's what's going on. I'm not sure if it was just the mood I was in, but yeah, this movie was just not it for me. It sucks because it's the final movie of the box set. I want to go out with a bang. Maybe I should have reviewed these out of order. Maybe I should have done Dementia 13 as the final one, but I already shot that, so whatever. But yeah, this movie opens up with a guy getting killed on a boat. They show the monster right away. And he's got what look like burns, radiation burns on him when he washes up on the beach. And, a guy from the government shows up. Everyone's acting super shady. It's one of those movies. It kind of reminded me of the other sea monster movie we watched earlier in the year. But that one was played for comedy. So all the spy stuff that wasn't funny in that movie was played for comedy. And it's like the same thing in this, but played straight. And it didn't work for me. They keep trying to throw you off on who the killer is, and it's kind of obvious who the killer is the whole movie. And this movie desperately needed more of the monster in it, because the monster was pretty decent looking, but I imagine it was difficult to shoot those underwater scenes. I would honestly say skip this one. Unless you desperately love Creature from the Black Lagoon type movies, this movie just really is just not it. I really wanted to just make this one a fun video, but as I talk about it, the events in the movie just kind of evaporate from my brain. And Mark Anthony just being a complete psychopath right now is not helping. Look at him. He's trying to get my face. He's trying to get my face. I'm gonna... Wanted to like it, but then unfortunately there has been a lot of good movies on this box set, and we'll be kind of revisiting those next week in our big wrap-up video that I do every year. At this point in time, I do not know if we're going to do another season of 50 movies. You guys seem to like it. I've been getting a lot of subscribers doing this for some reason. I feel like these videos aren't very good, and I feel bad that people are subscribing and I'm not putting my best foot forward. I feel like you guys deserve better than these little vlog type reviews. But you know, I don't know where I'm going to be 6 months from now when you see this video. So we'll find out together next week. For you, it'll be 6 months later for me. But thank you. I just want to say thank you for watching not just this past year, but the past 3 years. It's really meant a lot to me. I've had a lot of difficulties behind the scenes here. I've been trying to resurrect this channel, and it's been a trial to say the least. And your viewership, your comments has really kind of made it feel a little bit more worth it. And I hope to give back and to give you better content in the future. Fingers crossed that I can do that. Thank you. I really appreciate it. And for the last time for this particular series, please be kind and rewind. Say hello. Say hello to everyone. Hey, explain to the audience why you're trying to mess up this video. Huh? Explain to the audience. Explain to the audience why you're trying to mess up the video. Say hello, audience. Oh, he's trying to get the camera. Say hello, audience. I want to mess up the video. I want to mess it up. I'm being a little psycho right now.